Hello everybody, welcome to another Lords of the Fallen stream. A short break on the weekend. We might even be able to finish the game. Probably not today, but maybe tomorrow. So we're closing in on the end for Lords of the Fallen, I think. I mean, obviously I'm a bit washed today because I didn't play for some time, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna get back into the game within maybe a few minutes, right? It's gonna be it's gonna be okay, I guess. Right, I forgot to swap the button configs. I hope we're not gonna die here because I'm gonna go AFK to change that quickly. Yeah, the game unfortunately struggles with tabbing into windows, even with the shift tab. The game often doesn't want to load. Okay, Lords of the Fallen, blah blah blah, slot 1. Okay, now we should be good to go. HDR should be off as always. Just double checking. Yep, everything's fine here. Yeah, let's see. Today again, the second stream, we're multicasting on Twitch and YouTube. YouTube chat will have a little bit of delay for me, but so far that is just because I never had a single person chat with me in YouTube that didn't come from Twitch. So if that changes, I'm gonna change the entire setup. Just so you know, the first time it happens will probably incur a little delay since I'm gonna check it only periodically. Okay, the thing is, I don't fucking remember where to go, okay? That's something I announced last time, that we're probably gonna forget where we went, and exactly that happened, unfortunately. Yeah, that's kind of unlucky, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna figure out where to go. Yeah, Distortion 2 really struggled with the orientation in the game, and I completely know why, because usually I'm kind of good at that, and we didn't struggle too hard so far, but I can see where the issues are, right? I can see why people would be very confused with different layout. Was the wrong one? The different layouts and such things. Yeah, so I can totally relate to that, right? It's very easy to see why that would happen in the game. Okay. Otherwise, I had a nice family, family birthday reunion on Sunday. It was nice and chill. And on Saturday, well, we hung out as three here and also went shopping a little bit. So basically, I didn't have any opportunity to stream, and preferred to basically be a little bit more in the real world for that period of time. Yeah, but that's gonna change this week because I'm gonna be alone for quite some time. So my girlfriend is going to work a little bit, well, not abroad, but you know, she's gonna have to go somewhere for a work trip for like 6 days. So it's gonna be a bit more us alone here, so we can chill and play a little bit more games also in the evening, because usually, you know, I prefer to spend time with her over playing games alone. So yeah, only when she's very busy with cosplay, which happens quite a lot, but only if she's very busy with cosplay, of course, we have more free time available. Okay, so here obviously the issue is I can't fucking remember where we already went, because I was pretty sure that I'm pretty sure I did check every dead end here before we stopped playing the game, right? So I'm pretty sure that was something we did. Why exactly? Oh, right. Wait, we didn't find the vestige? Oh, that's fucking stupid. Yeah, we had to stop last time because of food, so couldn't finish this. Okay, that's cool. That's super cool. So we know where to go next. Probably... Wait, I'm just assuming here. I thought maybe here. I might be very wrong about that. Yeah, maybe this is just the vestige, but there isn't anything else going on here. It's kind of curious, right? It seems like this would be a way forward later on. I think we're... Just ignore that. Yeah, this seems like it would be a way forward later on. We should get an umbral too again. Yeah. And so far, I've really been enjoying the game, and also Distortion 2 just said something I also said. I think this game has amazing level design and really fun exploration, and Lies of P is more linear, and this game doesn't have the best bosses, but Lies of P really has great bosses from a visual and, you know, well, just gameplay perspective comparatively, right? They're more challenging, they have more phases and stuff like that. They're just a little bit more engaging. Even though I don't like the base mechanics as much, I still think the bosses are way better, because you can't go there. Stupid. And I think that's important to differentiate, right? You might not like the base combat system, but the base design of the bosses might still be better, right? Even though they might be annoying or whatever, in some ways, more so than in this game, I still think they're more, right? I mean, they're better crafted in a way, right? They're not more fun necessarily, but they're just more engaging. Yeah, so it really depends on what you like. I for one had more fun with the bosses in this game on average, because I didn't like the base mechanics in the Lies of P, but I can still say that Lies of P had the better designed bosses when you just look at how the bosses themselves are made. It's kind of weird to say, right? Because you might think it's the same, but it's not really, right? One is how much effort was put into the boss, how is he animated, what patterns does he have, what's the entire design behind it. And the other is just like, how do you interact with that design? And I didn't like that in Lies of P as much as I did in this. So even though the bosses here are not as hard and challenging and kind of boring, Lies of P, they were kind of annoying at times. So yeah, it's kind of hard to tell. So on average, I really prefer not to be annoyed instead of, something being easy. If something's easy, you know, you can get through it. It doesn't really matter too much. But if something's annoying, it forces you basically to spend a bit more time than you might actually want with a mechanic, and that's just something I usually try to avoid. Okay, now we really... Wait, doesn't it work? Wait, I didn't know this doesn't work. That's kind of unfortunate. I didn't know it didn't work. Now we know. Yeah, this guy is kind of super tanky. Yeah, like I said, we need to warm up a little bit. That's why we're going inside the lava here, and he does have way more HP than I would have expected, to be honest. Yeah, that's kind of confusing to me. And I also think that the attack patterns on him are not that, you know, straightforward. Yeah, I think he's dead. But in general, I enjoy the game way more than Lies of P, which is why I would rate it higher. But maybe not significantly higher, because it does have some quirks, but in overall the enjoyment is really high here. Paladin's Pendant, probably a necklace or a pendant. Okay, that's kind of stupid. Increases strength and endurance attributes. Yeah, all these attribute boosters kind of pointless in a game where you can level it, right? Because why do I think they're bad? They're maybe not bad for soul level 1 runs or whatever, where you really need the stats, but everything you can achieve via levels is kind of meaningless, right? Because what you can't get are things like, you know, you can't get an infinite amount of damage by leveling because the scaling's gonna stop. You can't get faster stamina regen, you know, stuff like that is really, really valuable. But if it's just something that saves you like a few more levels of grinding, it doesn't really change a lot, right? So it's kind of, in my opinion, pretty pointless to equip like flat stats, right? Flat stats without any special attributes or anything like that. So even percentage-based rings are way better because they scale off your attributes and at all times increase your damage. You could argue, of course, that you can just level a few levels more and you would have the same percentage on top of that. But in general, I think still they scale better than just basic stats, which enable you maybe to temporarily do something which you couldn't have done otherwise. Okay, this is really weird because I expected this to not be a dead end for whatever reason, right? I thought, or maybe it isn't, right? Maybe this is the way forward. As soon as we're out of umbral, I I'm gonna have to look for a moment to fix something. Okay, that's also one way to get out of Umbral. I didn't know why he didn't get staggered. That's one of the things I don't really get. Why sometimes enemies are so easily staggered and sometimes they aren't. In this case, this enemy sometimes really staggers hard, but sometimes it's just like, I don't care, I'm just gonna shoot. Yeah, in general we have a very low stagger build, I think, comparatively to very heavy weapons. But I think that's fine because in general we do a lot of damage and our mobility is pretty high. So I see you in 30 seconds. Okay, I'm back. Double check the thing. Yeah, should be fine, right? Maybe not at the top. Nope. Okay, this should be better just to avoid the artifact. There. Okay, should be fine. Okay. Yeah, let's continue. Yeah, we didn't die far away from the checkpoint, and I think it's a good warm-up here because the area is kind of more open. I think we came from down there, so that should be a dead end. We don't need to fight the guy again, I think. At least I hope so, because he's really annoying. I don't know, the staggering system kind of super weird. I think they have some kind of super pause while attacking. But still, it does feel a little bit weird to fight them at times because of that, because you never really know when they're gonna be immune. Because you don't really know when they're attacking, right? So I mean, we're just going to out DPS them. So I don't think the weapon choice we have is the best when it comes to staggering, but since most bosses are unstaggerable, quote unquote, anyway, you know, we're just going to kill everything fast. We're very, very efficient in that regard, and I don't think we're going to change the weapon layout in this playthrough anymore. So it's basically what we're set into that. Yeah, I'm super unconcentrated again, but bear with me. It's gonna get better a bit. I hopefully today. Yeah, just attack cancelled by dropping down here. Fortunately, that almost never happens in the game, so should be fine. Okay, this is another checkpoint, and again, how many do we have at the moment? 4. Sure. I mean, it's going to save maybe a few seconds, but you know, in general, a few seconds are kind of fine. And we're also in Umbral, so exiting that would be pretty nice. Oh, I don't know which way the game wants us to go, so I'm just gonna quickly have a look here. My expectation is that this is the way forward. And I'm going to tell you why, because this is towards the checkpoint we unlocked, and I think we're going to get a loop back to that, so I think this is going to be maybe not 100%, of course. way forward. Yeah, since we don't need to stagger if we can just kill them so fast. Because they have a large downtime, so it's not as important. Yeah, so I think this is going to be the way forward, but I might be completely wrong about that, so... Yeah. Okay, so, yeah. Expectation. Oh my god. Target lock-in, for whatever reason. Okay, and then we can drop down here, which I think is gonna be optional, but let's just do it anyway. Yeah, and the performance so far of the game, like I said, on a 490. I want to say 490. Do you say 4090? I think you say 4090, right? Yeah, on a 4090. I have to double check that actually if you say 4090. I think you say 4090. Makes more sense to me. Maybe let's just have a little listen to what Digital Foundry calls it. Yeah, but basically it is not a very good sign if we even have a little bit of frame rate issues there. So we're stuck here. That's bad. Doesn't happen too often. Like I said, the game has a lot of things which are not that bad. I think maybe attacking might have even more. Yeah, attacking has more dashing than jumping, so it should always be kind of efficient. Okay, so I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't even know why we dropped down. We didn't check the top now, but I don't think there was anything there, so it should be fine. Yeah, this is kind of super weird. Why would we want to be here? Okay, this is just a loop back. Okay, good. Yeah, so I mean, what we can do actually is just go back up once more, and then we can check for. Then we can check for the correct pronunciation. Some of the controller feels weird today. I couldn't tell you why. Yeah, it kind of feels like there's something inside it. No, don't use my items, man. No, don't do that. What did we do actually? Did we use a healing or something? Yeah, I don't know. It kind of feels a bit more rough today. Kind of weird, but whatever. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't feel as it should, so... Kind of can see the issue. I'm gonna have to look into that also in a moment. We can play a little bit better. Okay, we're playing really badly here. I'm also a bit distracted by the controller. Yeah, that's the only thing I really don't like about this weapon, is how easily it gets stuck on the edges here. Making it pretty annoying to use in tight spaces. Yeah, so I hope this is a dead end, by the way, so we can just go drop back down. I mean, for now it is a dead end, I think. Yeah, we should be fine here. This is where we came from. Okay, and then we can just go back and get the lamp. And once we have the lamp, we can go... But I also didn't check for frame generation. Maybe they added it back in. Do that quickly. No, I can't see it anywhere. Yeah, so let's just double check these things, and I'll be back in maybe 2 minutes after we rest here. So yeah, let's just rest for 2 minutes, and I'll see you in like 2 minutes. Well, you'll still see me, but I'm just gonna check it quickly. Okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna mute them quickly for you, but... Okay, 49. Okay. Got it. First check mark done. Now I need a second thing, something to clean my controller with. Cotton swab or... Yeah, let's just get piece of paper here. Unfortunately, I think we're gonna move in game, right? No, we are not moving in game. Good. That's good. Now my mouse is kind of stuck again. Are we moving in game? I don't think we are. Okay, so I hope this helped. Let's see. Can get back into the game. Yeah, Alt tab on Windows is still kind of an issue with full screen games. Don't know what the fuck they're doing there. Why it's still such an issue. It must be really complicated to make with the hand over. But okay, so yeah, we're still leveling strength at the moment, just for the little bit additional damage on one weapon. But I still think we probably would be better off with 2 double scaling weapons, in my opinion. A single scaling weapon in this game, probably a bit worse than a double scaling weapon. But as far as I know, we didn't socket any runes which affect that. Yeah, so that actually helped. Nice. Right, we didn't socket them as far as I know. Wait, reduces strength attribute scaling, but which one is it? Yeah, I really don't like how they show you this. And this one doesn't. Okay, so one has decreased strength scaling, but I still think that this one. Yeah, right. So we reduced the scaling here, and yeah, it's really hard to tell if the scaling is getting more important or not here. Can we put something else in there maybe? Because we do have a lot of stats here. Increases posture damage, strength scaling. Increases strength scaling. Increases physical damage. So I mean, it just increases physical damage, which is nice too. Or we could do this, which maybe is better. I don't know, actually. Plus 143. I think, again, the game doesn't show you anything here, so it might change something, but we might also... It's really annoying to check, by the way. I don't like how they solved that one. I mean, it shows the exact same value, right? So how am I going to work with that? Right, it's really, really hard to tell. So what I'm going to do here is just I'm going to put increased physical damage in there because the scaling seems to be almost irrelevant, or it isn't shown. But yeah, so I just think I'm just going to put these in there, and here we don't really have a lot of choice. So I think this is what we're going to roll with, and I hope that's going to be okay. Yeah, and otherwise, let's just push on. Map of Brammus Castle. Okay, so this is Brammus Castle, I assume. We're going to see it in a moment, I guess, right? It's going to pop up maybe. Maybe already did, and I'm just kind of... and didn't pay attention well enough. Hi. Okay, so now we're at the point where the game actually uses the stronger enemies more regularly. Which might make the lamp even more interesting. Yeah, we really don't do a lot of damage to him, unfortunately. Does he ever stop? Yeah, pretty tough enemy. I don't really like that they get so tanky, but maybe we just have the wrong scalings for them, so... Yeah, that could just be the issue, but in general, I'm the biggest fan of the entire scaling, HP scaling towards the end stuff, because we really invested so much, so many resources into that. Okay. Really? Come on, just a moment of item checking, please. I think the spear is not going to be good for us because, yeah, it needs an infernal scaling. It has good scalings, right? And it does fire damage too. Eviscerating spear. Yeah, the scalings are pretty good. So if you wanted to go for a hybrid fire build, I think that would be it, right? But I think the physical scaling here and just having a little bit of fire damage for the, you know, proc is pretty nice. Because I think the other one's going to have the same amount of proc. I mean, we could cause burn faster probably if we have two of them. He has, how much burn does he do? Oh no, he doesn't do burn. He actually does bleed damage, I think. I think that's bleed, right? The game doesn't really explain that, so... Yeah, I don't know. That's something you shouldn't miss, right? You should always try to be as transparent as you can, of course, in CD. And no, seriously, you should always be as transparent as you can and just give the game, like in Souls games, you can get a tooltip for everything. I think that really helps, and not having that in a game like this is really unfortunate because it will lead to a lot of misconceptions and additional Googling for a lot of users. Hi, did you do that? Who just attacked us like that? Yeah, charge attacks still... Wait, why do I do so much damage to him? Wait, now I'm super confused. Let's just back off a bit. Wait, interesting. He has some kind of fire shit going on the ground. But charge attacks seem to be really good against him. Man, I really dislike that you can miss. Why do we deal more damage to him now? Yeah, why don't we do reduced damage anymore? That's super weird. I like it, but yeah, maybe that's what I criticized before, that the same enemy can have the same appearance and different stats. And maybe even resistances play into that, I don't know. But that's kind of annoying, not gonna lie. Okay, yeah, but I prefer him with less HP, obviously, because it makes the fight more engaging and less dragged out. Okay, this is kind of also rough because I don't know exactly where we came from. I kind of get the idea that later on in the game these red crystals are going to get destroyed by something, and we're going to be able to progress further, but I might be wrong about that. I don't know where we need to go, by the way.
Let us hurry, Your Majesty. I can take you beyond the castle walls, but then I'm afraid I must return. Too long and my absence will be noted.
You've already done more for Edivar and I than I can ever hope to repay, Fitzroy. Thank you.
You and the prince are not away yet, and I could not stand idle like so many others and allow the king to carry out such a heinous act.
My husband is not the man he once was, but he will not take my son.
Okay, so we can basically go back here and get out of Umbral and reset our healing if we want to. I'm just gonna do that. I have to write something down quickly too. Pure distraction today again.